In this video, I want to share with you my top things to do in Egypt. One of the things you definitely have to do is come and see the iconic Great Pyramid of Giza. This is the biggest pyramid in Egypt by King Chops, and it's one of the classic seven wonders of the world. No trip to Egypt is complete without seeing this magnificent masterpiece, which is a testament to the mathematics, the architectural skills, and the pure ingenuity of the ancient Egyptian people. One of the things that I would love to do next time I come to Egypt is go to Saqqara, see the first pyramid, and it's supposed to be absolutely beautiful inside. Inside, they've got a lot of um, the the inscriptions, the hieroglyphs in terms of the autobiography or biography of the pharaoh. You have to check out the Sphinx whilst you're in Egypt. Literally, I'm so close to it right now. I'm so happy. It is the guardian. It's got a head of a man, a body of a lion, and it is the guardian to this area where you've got the Great Pyramid right behind it. So it's actually supposed to protect from evil spirits, evil energy. It's definitely worth checking out because it's absolutely amazing. It's made from one slab of rock, which is absolutely incredible to think that this was constructed thousands of years ago and has still stood the test of time. Another thing you have to do is take a trip down to Luxor and check out the temples that are around there. You've got the Valley of the Kings and Karnak Temple. Karnak is I think, the biggest temple in Egypt. Definitely one of the most popular. You also got the Valley of the Queens there as well. So if you've got time, make your way down to there because this is absolutely epic, but the Valley of Kings takes the epicness to a next level, and it is definitely worth a visit, definitely worth seeing. Next thing to do, which I actually haven't done, but I really want to, I wanted to do it this trip as well, is to actually take a hot air balloon up at sunrise over the Valley of the Kings and watch the sunrise. That for me is just it looks like it's a breathtaking experience, and it's something I will definitely do the next time I come to Egypt. I wasn't able to do it this trip because all flights were cancelled, and I was only here for a short spell, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. The flights run all throughout the day, but if you can get it at sunrise or sunset, or I think that would just be the one. So the next thing to do is to make a trip down to Aswan. Aswan has a completely different vibe to the North or Lower Egypt. The River Nile essentially passes through all of the major towns and cities in Egypt, and Aswan's no exception to that. What you'll notice in Aswan is that the Nile opens up and you've got these massive islands in the middle of the Nile. Like if you fancy, head over to the Movenpick Hotel. You can actually go for a spot of like afternoon tea, or you can actually stay there. But you can go for a spot of afternoon tea, which is absolutely delicious. And you've got like panoramic views of the River Nile and Aswan. Definitely worth it. Whilst you're in Aswan, the next thing to do is to catch a flight and go to Abu Simbel. I think this was like the most epic thing that I saw in Egypt. You've got these massive temples carved in rock, and it's just absolutely breathtaking, outstanding. There are literally no words to really describe like the wonders of like Abu Simbel, and you have to make that trip if you've got the time and the budget. Next thing you have to do is take a trip out into the desert. Doesn't matter where you are in Egypt, it is easy to drive into the desert. Literally every settlement, town, city is surrounded by desert. You have to make a trip out there. There's multiple different ways you can head out into the desert. They've got safari jeeps. You can also do quad biking. I did quad biking, and I literally felt like I was Eli from the Book of Eli, making my way in the desert on a mission. Even though it was like a massive group, the vastness of the desert was just, it's just, if you're a city girl like me, and like my family is from St. Lucia, which is a tropical place. There is a place that is just so different from where I live and where I'm from than the actual desert. So a lot of these tours, when they do tours into the desert, you can actually opt to visit a Bedouin village, get to have like an evening meal, watch the sunset, have watch the stars at night, and they tend to put on a show, like a fire show, which is like can be quite fun. Next thing to do is a camel ride. You can do this anywhere in Egypt. You'll have camels on the beach, you'll have camels in Luxor, Cairo, Hurghada, but it is a fun experience. You don't realize what giant creatures they are until you get on them when they're like sitting down, and then as they rise up you're like whoa, because they're absolutely huge. So the next thing to do, and really nice way of like rounding up your trip, is to make a visit to the Red Sea. Like there's two main resort areas that people go to, is Hurghada and Sharm el Sheikh. Perfect place to just chill out and be by the beauty of the Red Sea. There's lots of water sports activities to do there. I tried that, I think it's called Sea Speed, and it was a really nice way of actually going over the coral reefs and like getting to see you know, the coral reefs and the fish and the life that the coral reefs support. My final thing to suggest to do is a Nile cruise. Now, if your budget allows for it, this is the perfect way of like making your way from Lower Egypt to Upper Egypt. It is no wahala, no stress. It's a very easy way. You don't have to worry about like getting flights from Luxor to Aswan. You just make your way from Luxor leisurely down the Nile to Aswan and back again. It's a really nice way of seeing like the Valley of the Kings, stopping off to see the Valley of the Kings, Karnak Temple, making your way all the way down to Abu Simbel. Then from Luxor you can catch a flight to Cairo and then see all the pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, make a trip into the market, and from there you can then go to Hurghada, I think, or Sharm el Sheikh, catch a flight from Cairo, which is 1 hour. I think that's the perfect way of actually seeing Egypt. The first time I came to Egypt, I did a Nile cruise, and it was like one of the most relaxing, calming ways of actually seeing all the different bits that Egypt has to offer, and I would really recommend it. You can do Nile cruises from anywhere from like 2 days up until like a week, I've seen. Definitely worth checking it out. There are lots of companies who do package deals, which everything will already be arranged. So the Nile cruise plus stay in Cairo plus stay in Hurghada, but you can also arrange it yourself, like on a site like Get Your Guide. But it's a really good website for booking tours anywhere in the world. I'll leave a link down below. But on Get Your Guide, there's lots of providers, and they'll have like honest reviews up there. So there's lots of providers offering a multitude of different tours, so check that out if you're interested. One of the other things that I'd really love to do next time I come to Egypt is make a visit to Siwa. Siwa is actually on the west side of Egypt, close to the border of Libya, and it's supposed to be really beautiful there, quieter, less pollution, but you've also got these salt lakes there, which are absolutely stunning. I've heard the waters, because it's so salty, the water's really buoyant, so it's easy to float on, and you can do like a safari trip into the Sahara Desert. Because it's really quiet there, there's very little light pollution. Whether you do the safari at night or when you're staying in Siwa, the night sky is meant to be absolutely stunning. You can see all the stars twinkling quite brightly, so I'd definitely love to come and do that. I was told from Cairo to Siwa is about a 10-hour drive, but from Alexandria it's about a 5-hour drive.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.